Since their HGTV debut in 2012 with Property Brothers, Canadian twins Drew and Jonathan Scott have risen to prominence, establishing a broad portfolio that includes spin-off series like Celebrity IOU and Backed by the Brothers. Beyond their television successes, the brothers have also launched a home decor line and run an entertainment company, making them among the wealthiest figures on HGTV. We frequently post videos on topics like this, so don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to stay informed and never miss an update. Drew Scott is married to Linda Fan, with whom he tied the knot in 2018. The couple has welcomed 2 children, Parker in 2022 and Piper Ray in 2024. Jonathan Scott, on the other hand, is engaged to Zooey Deschanel, a relationship that began in 2019. Despite their professional achievements and happy family lives, the Scott brothers have encountered their share of personal challenges, reminding fans that their lives extend beyond the glamour often depicted on TV and social media. J.D. Scott, older brother of Drew, and Jonathan Scott battled serious illness for over a year. If you're a fan of Drew and Jonathan Scott on HGTV, you might also know their older brother, J.D. Scott, who occasionally appears on their shows. Though J.D. is now healthy, he went through a prolonged and frightening battle with an unidentified illness that lasted more than a year. In a heartfelt Instagram video from July 2019, JD disclosed that he had been severely ill for the past year. He described a particularly harrowing experience during a hospital stay in 2018 when he believed he was near death. "I thought I was dying," JD recounted. "It was really bad. I was preparing my estate and everything." He explained that he had an extreme sensitivity to temperatures above 69 or 70 degrees, which would cause his skin to feel like it was burning, leading to fainting spells that knocked him out for days at a time. Initially, the diagnosis was elusive. One physician suggested lupus, while another thought he might have 2 brain aneurysms. However, neither of these diagnoses seemed to fully explain his symptoms. It wasn't until September 2019 that JD finally received a correct diagnosis of acute mercury poisoning. With the right diagnosis in hand, he began to recover, and by November 2019, he reported to Hollywood Life that he was almost fully recovered and feeling significantly better. Jonathan Scott faced bankruptcy during his early career as a magician. Before his rise to fame as a TV contractor on HGTV, Jonathan Scott pursued a career as a magician, a job that still pops up in his Instagram posts. Despite the interesting nature of the job, it didn't come without significant financial challenges. In fact, Scott ended up filing for bankruptcy due to these struggles. In an August 2017 interview with People, Scott shared his aspirations of achieving the same level of success as iconic magicians like David Copperfield. His commitment to his magic career led him to invest heavily in it, including building props, acquiring a custom-made trailer, and leasing a truck. However, his venture took a disastrous turn when all his props and equipment were stolen. "This person stole all my stuff. He essentially put me out of business. I couldn't perform, and I had all this debt still," Scott explained. Left unable to perform and burdened with debt, Scott was forced to declare bankruptcy. At the time, he was too embarrassed to even tell his parents about his financial woes. While this period marked the worst mistake financially of his life, Scott recognized it as a turning point that redirected him towards real estate. He reflected on the bankruptcy as a knee-jerk reaction to severe depression and believed he could have managed to pay off the debt within 5 to 6 years under different circumstances. Jonathan Scott deeply affected by his divorce. Like his fiancée Zooey Deschanel, Jonathan Scott has experienced marriage and its dissolution. In the memoir he co-authored with his brother Drew, titled "It Takes Two: Our Story," Jonathan discusses the breakdown of his marriage to Kelsey Ulley, whom he married in 2007, shortly after they met. The couple relocated to Las Vegas, where their divergent career paths, Jonathan in real estate and magic, and Ulley in waitressing and modeling, led them to grow apart. Despite attempts at marriage counseling, their relationship continued to deteriorate. A clear sign of trouble was when Ulley changed her Facebook relationship status, effectively announcing their separation. The divorce, finalized in 2009, left Jonathan deeply affected. "I've never shared much about the impact divorce had on me, because why put something so sad out there?" he reflects in the book. The emotional toll was profound and long-lasting, leaving him in a dark place for a period that felt longer than the marriage itself. It wasn't until 2015 that Jonathan felt ready to enter another serious relationship, this time with Jacinta Kuznetsov, a development producer at Scott Entertainment, though this relationship eventually ended as well. Client sues Drew and Jonathan Scott's production company. Drew and Jonathan Scott's associated production company faced legal trouble when a Las Vegas couple, Paul and Mindy King, who appeared on Property Brothers, filed a lawsuit against Cineflix and the contractors involved in their home renovation. The lawsuit, initiated in January 2021, alleges that Cineflix was not licensed in Nevada to undertake the work and accuses them of employing inexperienced contractors. This purportedly resulted in poor craftsmanship throughout their home. The Kings, who invested around $200,000 in the renovations, reported several issues, including a leaking sewer that spilled sludge into their kitchen, a collapsed sink, improperly installed outdoor stove, and faulty plumbing in their kitchen sink and dishwasher. This led to mold growth in the dishwasher, which, upon testing by the Southern Nevada Health District, was found to contain harmful bacteria. Although Drew and Jonathan Scott were not directly named in the lawsuit, the Kings have contemplated including them, expressing disillusionment with the reality TV stars. They're living their lifestyle based off of people like us that put our trust into them, Mindy King expressed in an interview with 8 News Now. This legal action has notably marred the Kings' view of the Scott brothers. Drew Scott and Linda Fan face challenges. Starting a family, Drew Scott and his wife Linda Fan faced considerable challenges on their journey to parenthood. Scott disclosed in a 2022 interview with People that they had been attempting to conceive for years without success. "We were so lost," he admitted, highlighting the confusion and struggle they endured during this period. Complicating matters was Fan's diagnosis with Graves' disease, an autoimmune condition that affects the thyroid and can complicate pregnancy. With the assistance of a fertility endocrinologist, the couple gained a clearer understanding of Fan's health condition and explored various fertility treatments, including intrauterine insemination, IUI, and in vitro fertilization, IVF. Their efforts ultimately led to success, and in December 2021, they shared their joy and the challenges of their fertility journey in a heartfelt Instagram post. They expressed gratitude toward their medical team, noting it made an overwhelming time in our lives more manageable, and acknowledged that their experience was not unique, offering solidarity to others facing similar struggles.